attempting to be a good person, if you're talking about Christ-like, if they look at it on a higher level of being Christ-like, that you have to be Christ-like in your actions in order to be rewarded. But I don't think a lot of people have that kind of understanding. A lot of people are on that kindergarten or preschool level of just saying something, and they just as corrupt can be. But they are caught within, I'm saved. That's what I see. So they have no obligation, or they're not held accountable, but they are caught within a corrupt mindset of a erroneous, corrupt belief. A lot of people don't want to hear anything that's being described right now. They don't want to hear that. Ain't no preacher gonna preach it, because he's caught in pleasing his congregation, so he's submissive to his congregation. He ain't submissive to Allah at all. He's going to do exactly whatever's going to constantly bring in the economy of his pocket. Ain't going to keep the house packed through emotionalism and erroneous beliefs. That is pretty much the primary death trap of many religious institutions worldwide. Is to tell people what they want to hear, keep them into the mindset where they feel that they ain't obligated to live a life of being Christ-like at all. But nevertheless, they are enslaved with words speak louder than action. When Islam is just reverse. Action is supposed to speak louder than words. You just can't say La ilaha illallah and you're morally corrupt. I mean, that's why the house is empty. For the most part. But that wasn't taught in the first, to that degree. It was more or less almost appealing to people's emotions. The nation. Blaming others. I mean, it's a lie. Not to spend a whole lot of time on what kept the house packed in the first. But that needs to be, and the Imam spent 30-something years trying to get people out of that death trap. Now, am I right? Just like every time he spoke, he was constantly trying to get people out of the mindset of the first. Because he's recognized that had a lot of people captured. Erroneously. Until he died physically, he was steadily trying to get people out of that death mentality of the first. Now a lot of people don't want to hear that. But that's what I believe. And people fell off. People fell off. The membership fell off. Because of that. Because the Imam was trying to get us out of the justifications and the excuses and the alibis. Just like I was describing Christianity. How they are entrapped, confined, restricted. Now we look at, there's not a whole lot of women that you find out that there are many brothers, more, I would say, off the record, they seem like there are more brothers than there are women. And so why is that? You know? And you see what may capture women versus why many women don't want to adhere to Islamic instruction. You know, you just look at dress. Dress, for example. You have a lot of females that don't like to fall within. I'm not talking about the Muslims that are steadfast. I'm not talking about the women like that. I'm talking about women who more or less are steadfast to the culture than they are to the religious directives. You have a lot of women who are stuck into the culture, just in dress. Because that's fashionable, it's politically popular. It's almost like that's where the advantage is. A lot of people feel, a lot of females feel more comfortable. A lot of people don't like to be under criticism or being ostracized or criticized. But here, see, you know, y'all don't have no fun. Just that alone. Y'all don't have no fun. You know? Brothers hear the same stuff. Man, what can y'all do? So that means a lot of people are confined emotionally to a culture that supposedly is appealing to their emotions. That's what I see. It seems like the culture allows you to have fun. What is described as fun? Whereas we, if you think about how the culture is trying to describe Islam, is that y'all crazy. Y'all don't have no fun. Again, that's the fun versus that's what everybody's into, of seeking pleasure while simultaneously trying to avoid pain. So in other words, people are consciously and subconsciously saying, y'all in pain. Y'all enslaved. I can't do that. You know? Whether it's diet, y'all eat no pork, fat back, no ribs. I don't like no beef ribs. You know, but we was raised up on the pig. You know? Beef bacon versus pork bacon. A lot of people still choosing the pork over the beef. You know, just in that choice. You know, hey, what's wrong with a little nip? Y'all can't drink. You know, y'all don't have nothing to do. Man, where the fun at? And so a lot of people, they follow the culture versus the religion. That's male and female. And so that's where, again, the nation of Islam didn't have that moral confinement to the degree that really freed you. Because people who elevate, they understand that what really frees a person is when you submit. Again, they understand the consequences of submission. That brings about the peace. It may not come quick and ease because you're tested over and over many times. We're talking about children who are controlled by peer pressure. You know, there's a lot of pressure being a Muslim. And a lot of people fall off. You know, what's wrong with smoking a J? You don't have no fun. Where's the relief? You know, so you look at all these different peer pressures, but it's not on a teenage level, it's the society. It's the culture. You know, you look at the dress again. A lot of times that's the advantage that some females have. Is to expose